In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace a radiator fan on a Jeep Cherokee with a 2.4 liter engine that is located behind the front bumper. Before you do this job, you're going to have your air-conditioned Freon removed by a professional. As you move underneath the vehicle, you're going to have to take this splash shield off. It's held on by 9 10mm bolts. Move it and put it off to the side. You have your radiator petcock right here. You want to drain from that. That twists to the left. Fluid's going to come out. Make sure you put it into something that's not going to go all over the ground. You do not want to reuse this fluid. You want to put new fluid back into the radiator. After opening your hood of your vehicle, you're going to have to remove this big panel here. There are 12 of these two-piece clips. Lift up, pull that up, and then your second piece, and that's your two-piece clip. Once you've removed all those clips, you can lift your panel straight up, put it off to the side. Now you can take your snorkel piece off, 110 to 8mm. Lift that straight up, put that off to the side. Now it's time for this piece here. You can just pull up on these tabs, pop that up, remove that. You have your harness here for your fans. Just want to push down on this tab, pull this away, tuck that off to the side. Now you have a series of 8mm bolts. You have one here, there, here, here, and the last one is here. Once you get those 8mm bolts out, you have your 10mm bolt that holds your horns. You want to remove that. That comes out, then you have your plug. Slide your red tab back. Push down tab and unplug it. You have two 10mm bolts here and here for the front bumper. Now behind these two that we just took out, right to the right of those, are two more 10mm bolts. Right here and right here. And then right below that one, there's another 10mm here. And then repeat those steps on your other side. You want to raise and support your vehicle safely. You want to take out these 5 19mm bolts. They are not lug nuts. I'll put this back in by hand a little bit so the wheel doesn't fall off when you take that 5th one out. And there you have it. And now we're in our inner wheel well. We have 3 8mm bolts. Need to remove those. Now you need to remove this flare. Just take your tool, pry outwards, take your wheel liner, pull it out to get access to the back side of this piece here. You want to pull that off your fender. Get your plastic tool, pry outwards towards you. You want to unplug this plug, which plugs in all your fog lights and headlights. So you want to unplug that first before you remove the bumper. Take your plug, push it down, pull it towards you. Now you have one 10 millimeter up here. Do all these steps on your other side. The only thing on the other side, you're not going to have this connector. There's no connector on the other side. Take your hands, pull out your bumper towards you, unclip it underneath the light here. Just pull it straight out. Pop this side out. You can grab the bumper from the middle, just come straight out, and put your bumper off to the side. After you remove your bumper cover, this is your reinforcement. It is held on by 8 15 millimeter bolts and 2 10 millimeter nuts, one on each side. Now do the same thing on the other side. Pull straight forward. Now that you have your bumper brace off, you have these 2 pieces of plastic that come down, held on by 4 fasteners. You need to remove those. On the driver's side of the vehicle, you do have a wire. You're going to have to remove those clips. There, and there. Push this button down, pop that off, put your wire off to the side. Inside this tiny square here, there's a button you need to push down, and you can slide this forward. It unlocks this piece, so you can remove it. Do the same thing on the other side, it just doesn't have a wire. At this point, you need to remove this plastic piece here. You have your wiring, there are clips pretty much everywhere, so you're gonna have to remove all those. Just push them up. And what you're doing here is you need to remove the wiring from this piece of plastic, so you can remove the plastic piece from the top of the radiator. To remove your latch, there's 2 8 millimeter bolts. Now you can unclip your power wire that goes to that, and then remove it from all your clips here on this plastic top piece. Take that, set it off to the side. Take your wiring, peel that up, set it off to the side like that. You need to remove your plug here, which is just clipped in the back. Like that off to the side. Now your plastic piece comes straight out. You have two upper radiator mounts that you need to remove. One on each side. There's three 10mm bolts here, and there's one 8mm bolt in the back. You need to remove all four of those. Now you do the same on the other side. Remove your AC line that's on the back side of the radiator. That's a 13mm nut. After you remove your 13mm nut for your line, remove your 10mm nut here that holds the line. Put it off to the side. Now you can take the top of your radiator, pull it down a little bit, take brackets out, put them off to the side. Same thing on the other side. Now you have access to your top radiator hose and your fan, which needs to be removed next. Little tech tip for you, you can pull that radiator down like that, take a block of wood, put it against the radiator and the top support. Now you don't have to hold the radiator while you're trying to take this wiring piece off. Pop that off, take your wiring, tuck it off to the side. Now you get your top radiator hose. This is a one-time use only clamp. So once you remove it, throw it out. To remove it, you need to get a pick underneath here and try to spread this apart. It has a lock. They're a little hard to get to, but if you work at it, it'll come off. Before you remove your upper radiator hose, make sure you have something underneath like a bucket to catch all the fluid. You do not want to use that fluid again. So after you're done with this, discard it and put new fluid in. And that's your clamp. Remove your hose. Set that off to the side. On the driver's side of the vehicle, you have a 10mm bolt for your fan. Remove that. And do the same on the other side. After you remove those two 10mm bolts, you can take your fan, pull straight up. And there's your fan. Once you have your fan out, you can put it on the bench. You're going to have to transfer this wire over to your new fan in its module. So you can take your clip, pop that clip up. Here, take your pick, go in from the back side, lift up. Pull it out. Take your wiring, put it back on. Make sure you wait for that click. Your clip back on, seat it in the hole, get ready to put it back in the vehicle. Slide your radiator fans down. Make sure they lock into the pieces down bottom. Right down here, lock that in, lock that in. Now you're ready for your two 10mm bolts. Put your 10mm bolt for your fan in on the driver's side. Do the same thing on the passenger side. Tighten both of those. While you're here, you can put your tab back in for your fan plug. Now I'm ready to install the top radiator mounts. You want to get this rubber mount in this hole here. Slide it on. Do the same thing for the other side. Install your 3 10mm bolts for your bracket. Do the same for the other side. Now your 8mm bolt in the back. Give that a snug. And do the same on the other side. Now you can put your AC lines back. Put your bottom one back on first. And then this one slides right over that. Be careful, there's 2 O-rings in there, you don't want to rip those. And now for your bracket that holds your AC lines, just a 10mm nut. Put your new hose clamp onto your top radiator hose. This was the radiator hose that had the one-time only clamp. Pop that on. Sure that's nice and tight. Now you can take your top radiator plastic piece, fish your wire through. Make sure all the wires go on the top side of it before you mount it. Install your bolts. After you have all your 10mm bolts back in, just by finger, now you can put your wiring harness on before you tighten your 10mm bolts. All your clips back in their holders. Like that. Plug your fan back in. Wait for the click. Now you can go around and tighten all your 10mm bolts. Now install your hood latch. Back in all these little grooves. If you notice the holes on the hood latch are not round, they're a little oval or square, that means this can be adjusted. So when you do install this, you might have to adjust your hood latch. But you'll know that once you close your hood, if your hood doesn't want to close or if it's hard to close, then you have a little bit of adjustment like that. So start these by finger, give them a snug. Plug your connector in, wait for your click, slide your red tab. Now it's time to install your horns. Make sure you hear that click. $10mm bolt, tighten that up. Now you have your front plastic pieces, which slide into this hole. Slide it all the way in, install your wiring clips. Feed the wire in through the hole over here. Plug that sensor in, wait for the click. Same thing on the other side, just as there's no wiring. Now you have your bottom bracket, you have these two clips. You want to just push those clips in, fasten the plastic piece, this plastic piece to your bottom plastic piece. And do the same thing on the other side. Now you install your bumper impact absorber. Make sure it's on the two pins. Install your two 10mm nuts. And now your four 15mm bolts. Give those a snug. Now you want to torque your 8 15mm bolts to 122 foot-pounds. And do the same for the rest. Take your front bumper, slide it up top. You have two pin holes and two pins. You want to line those up. Once you get your bumper up into place, you can start a top bolt here. That'll help hold the bumper up for you so you don't have to hold it and try to put it on at the same time. Now you can go around and install your clips here. Make sure it's in your groove. Remove your side piece here. Push it on. Let it click in. And you can do that on both sides. Install your lower 8mm here. That bolt down there, that's the one that's just to the right of the headlight. Got one in here. It's just beside the headlight too. And then tighten them down. Do the same for the other side. Now you can install your plastic piece that goes over your top of your radiator. Now install your push clips. These are two-piece. Put your bottom section in first, then your top, and continue with the rest. Make sure that's nice and secure. When I removed this air duct, these pieces came out in one. They're actually a two-piece. There's a rubber and a clip. You want to put the rubber back in here. Like that. Set it down, then put your clip through. You want to do that on both. Set it down over the holes. Install your clip. Push down. And push down. Now you can install your air inlet tube. One 10mm bolt. Two 8mm bolts. Tighten those down. Now you can plug in your connector in your left fender well. Make sure that's nice and seated. Put your 8mm bolt in for your fender. Tighten that up. Tuck that up. Make sure it's tucked behind your wheel arch molding. Make sure that's clipped in. Put your three 8mm bolts in. Snug those up. And do the same thing on the other side. And for your reinstall, line up your holes. Put these in by hand so you don't cross thread. And give them a snug. Now that we have our wheels back on the ground, we're going to torque these at 100 foot-pounds in a crisscross manner. And do the same thing on the other side. Tighten up your petcock until it's fully seated. And you just want to hand tight. Now install your cover. Remove your cap from your reservoir bottle. Fill your bottle up to the line with whatever the manufacturer specs are for fluid and type of fluid. Run your vehicle. Wait for the fans to come on, or if you get heat inside, put your cap on. Make sure you bring it back to the same shop and have your Freon installed.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.